Show us your butt.
Okay, I'm walking over here if we're live, everybody.
Awesome.
Ooh, got it. Hey, hi, Facebook. Look, I'm in my own house.
Yay!
I'm excited about being in my own house. Welcome to everybody. Here we go. The Olympics have begun with drugs, inappropriate outfits, cheating, and controversy. There is so much scandal. NBC just handed the whole thing over to Bravo.
In a cabin going crazy cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. Please be quiet, except for laughing. We've been a Zoom meeting civilization for more than a year. Come on, you know the drill. Just be polite. We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle, and let's make our semi-quarantined world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
Hey, everyone! It's time for the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassell and Steve Goodie. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest, Gwen Sunkel, live from their respective vaccinated homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Wait, is it me? Am I
Yes,
on?
sir.
Hi, everybody. Hi. It's good to be connected and not worry as much that it's just going to all stop. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Gwen, I see you. You look great. Carla, you look amazing. I hope you're well. Carla, are you well?
I'm well, thank you.
That's great. Kevin and Liz and Alice, and I've got a couple 3 pages of people. And hello to all the people on my Facebook page who haven't been for a while. Welcome back to the show. I'm so excited. And so, by the way, is anybody watching the Olympics? Anybody?
No.
No, yes. Me either. Me either. The Russians have already been charged with doping. Figure skater, gold medalist Kamila Valieva. Do you know her? She's only 15. Russian officials deny the drugging rumors, saying, when we drug someone, they die like they're supposed to.
All
right.
That was so bad he fell over.
By the way, that's the plate for my new cube that I just bought. Well, it's a 2000.
Hey.
Cool.
Hey, but did you see this? Oh my gosh, more Olympics. I got all the Olympics news this week. Also, 5 female ski jumpers were disqualified after their ski suits were deemed inappropriate for competition. Did anybody see that?
I read about that.
And they were disqualified because they were too loose. They were too loose. In other words, a Chinese official said, those floppy suits will not be allowed. They failed to give even one Chinese judge an erection.
Second joke. That's nice.
Well, because they're the suit. Did you know those suits that they've in the past put more padding on the sides because the women didn't look womanly enough? You didn't know that? That's what they've been doing all these years. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. Oh, also, by the way, many countries, let me put this back up here. Many countries are accusing Chinese refs of bias towards Chinese athletes. Who'd have thunk it? Can you believe it? Did you know in the short track speed skating, a myriad of odd penalties have dropped the top skaters in the world from medal contention? Chinese officials say that this is crazy and their refs are very fair. And then they congratulated the new gold medal winning skater Kung Fu Panda. Good job, Poe. Okay, well, that's enough about the Olympics. So Mitch McConnell, which we cannot believe this, Mitch McConnell broke with the GOP traitor senators and said something true this week. He called the January 6th insurrection what it was, a violent attempt to overthrow the most fair election in U.S. history. Yay! Missouri Congressman, Alice, Missouri Congressman and your friend Josh Hawley, he took a break from hiding copies of Mein Kampf in kindergarten libraries. Hey, you see that? Yeah, I do. Yeah, too.
I'm so glad Valerie tuned in just in time for that one. Go on.
Hi, Valerie. So Josh Hawley, he said that McConnell should be ashamed of himself. January 6th was more like a tickle fight between co-eds.
How would he know?
Yeah. Well, just some of the white supremacist co-eds tickled the Capitol Police co-eds to death, but it was a tickle fight. Okay.
What a maroon.
I've always wanted to use the word tickle fight. That's what. Wow. News that you all are on the pulse of right here. Kanye West has threatened to pull out of Coachella if Billie Eilish doesn't apologize to Travis Scott. By the way, ask him. Kanye never pulls out of anything, says Coachella. Ask him. I don't know.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
We are so thrilled. Wait, I'm trying. Oh, there she is. How are you doing? I see the top of your little head. That's nice. There you go. I see the nose and the head. That's beautiful. Hi, everything going well? It's good to see you. Glad you're here. Hey.
Oh,
Aw. Now here you're ready. In jokes that write themselves, the only child of Madam from 70s puppet group Waylon and Madam, Marjorie Taylor Greene, accused Nancy Pelosi of using her gazpacho police to spy on Congress and her staff. Is there a level of dumb Green cannot go under, by the way?
Apparently not.
And everyone knows how stupid this sounds. I mean, Nancy Pelosi is more of a Vichy Soise Nazi. Tomatoey at all. Okay. Now here's one that's just me being angry. So beware. Okay. So residents of the Dutch port of Rotterdam are fighting Jeff Bezos's plan to dismantle a historic bridge to free his new toy, the largest sailing ship ever, so that it can go out to sea. The rail bridge, known locally as De Hef, raises its center section to let ships pass. But Bezos, to compensate for a penis the size of a hand-rolled cigarette, had to build the largest, tallest mast ship ever known to man, and the town can't handle its girth. So I guess he was tired of hearing by every woman that, is it in yet by every woman. So anyway, now he demands the city destroy the bridge for his massive catamaran, and the residents of the town are not taking this lightly, as if his, phallic substitute forces itself up the channel. They're going to throw rotten eggs, tens of thousands of rotten eggs at the huge mass of his little, tiny, useless boat. So,
anybody got a chainsaw?
Yeah, they need it. Well, there's no joke there. I'm just pissed off. Okay. Have you seen this? This is my favorite thing of the week. The Portland Pickles baseball team starting good already.
Really?
The Portland Pickles baseball team lost their mascot costume to a porch pirate.
Oh, no.
I know. This just isn't kosher, said a team spokesman. That costume was our bread and butter. It gets worse. The man who wears the costumes at games said, "Wait till I get a hold of this thief. I'm not gherking around here." The whole situation has left the team sour. Police have no leads except a video of a hooded man grabbing the package containing the costume and saying, "Sweet."
The Pittsburgh Porch Pirates cannot be reached for comment.
They could not be reached for comedy, nor could their mascot. Okay. By the way, okay. The Florida Senate, have you seen this, has passed what is being called the Don't Say Gay bill that bans schools from talking about gender or sexual orientation to students. Is that horrible? Also, they want to add the don't tell us where Matt Gaetz touched you either. Okay. Now this, we've got like 3 more. I think 3 more. Let me look. Sorry, 13 more. Okay. Britain's oldest pub closed after 1,229 years.
Wow.
I know. It was established in 793. Ye Olde Fighting Cocks, the name of the pub, made it through the plague, the Crusades, and about 50 wars, but taxation, business rates, and COVID were too much for the ancient establishment. The owner said it would take a fairy godmother to save them now, especially if that fairy godmother was a hooker. Then we'd have something else to do. They would no longer have to fight the cops. Okay.
I'm so glad that Carol showed up for that one. Hi, Carol.
Hi, Carol. Carol. I'm talking about roosters, Carol. Roosters. Oh, da, 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 da. Hey, I forgot to write a joke for this one. Let's skip it. Here's about Kendall Jenner. Kendall Jenner. Listen, I started this, but I forgot to finish it because I was running out of time. Kendall Jenner has been parking in the handicap spot at Pilates.
What?
Yeah. And then she finally decided not to do that anymore. And she blocks all the handicap spots and waits for her security to show up like 30 minutes later to take her car out. You know, so thank God for her. I forgot to write a joke for that, but it makes you hate her.
I'm sure Patti can do 3 minutes on it.
All right. Okay. No, this is it. I'm going to do this one and then we're going to stop. Okay. And then we're going to have a semblance of a show. Here we go. Dr. Dre has made Snoop Dogg and Eminem promise not to whip out their penises during the Super Bowl halftime show. Where we are in the world. He's had to make them promise not to do that. Now, Snoop Dogg said, no problem. That's not what I meant when I said I wanted to pull out a fatty anyway.
Nah.
Eminem, by the way, Eminem said it wouldn't be a problem because he's pretty much head to toe wanker anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Goodie's going to bring himself in. Hi,
Wow.
Steve.
Let's hear it for Brad Tassell, everybody. That was tremendous.
That's what I wrote on a plane and in a car today.
Man, people who write and perform in vehicles do very well on this show.
That's true. Yeah.
That was very
And
good.
that's where Patti will be very soon.
That's
Hey,
most likely.
you're switching it up this week, aren't you?
Just a little bit, because we're going to go to our musical guest now and do the top 10 after it. So let's have Carla join us. Hi, Carla Ulbrich.
Hi, Carla.
Hey, Carla.
Yay.
Howdy!
Let's do the intro music.
Do
And
the
then
intro and I'll take us out.
it's a deal.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest, Carla Ulbrich.
Wow, custom.
Hi, Carla.
Howdy.
Now, you know how it works,
Hi.
Carla. You're going to do a song, and I have no idea what you're going to do, and then I have to follow it with some song that has something to do with what you did, and then you do another song, and then that's our whole segment.
All right. I only know a little bit more about what I'm going to do than you do right now. But speaking of traveling, you know you can't lift 30 pounds, but you're sitting in the exit row. You insist on hanging around, just sitting in the exit row. You're drunk as a skunk and you might be high. If we had an emergency, all of us would die. But you say, yes, I understand the responsibility of sitting in the exit row. Staying calm in emergencies is hard when you're sitting in the exit row. You haven't even glanced at the safety card. And you're sitting in the exit row. Great. Your alarm is going off. They're giving the safety speech. You're playing on your phone. In the event of a water landing, folks, you're on your own. It looks like we've just got dead weight sitting in the exit row. I'd like to get there alive. Next time I think I'll just drive to Hawaii. You say your toddler is just fine, sitting in the exit row next to his granddad who's 99. And sitting in the exit row, you should be thankful that I'm not wearing cleats. While you're blocking our escape, I'll be climbing over seats right past the folks who are asleep and sitting in the exit row.
Yay! That was tremendous. And is that a new one?
It is a new one, yes.
Okay, I am ready.
Wait, don't be ready yet. Wait, I want to say something. So every time I sit in the exit row, they come and they say, "Are you willing to help in case of emergency?" I always say, "Looking forward to it."
All righty. Well, as you know, my job is to come up with a song that has something to do with yours, and mine has 3 things in common with yours.
Ooh.
First of all, it's brand new. I just finished it a couple of days ago.
Ooh.
Second, it's about people who are jerks. And third, it's played with a capo on the 3rd fret, just like yours. So here we go.
Is it called sitting in the exit row?
No, it doesn't have that in common. Sorry, I can only do so much. Here we go. I'm tech support putting you on hold all day, and I don't care. I'm a TikTok video that says, wait for it, and then doesn't go anywhere. I'm people ghosting you and treating you like crap on their shoe, 'cause you need life more than life needs you. Does this have a familiar ring? Does it remind you of anything? I'm your ex who's just blowing you off until you dump him eventually. I'm your life and basically everything. I'm Kaiser, I'm Cigna, I'll insure your health. Just pay your full deductible and go yourself. I'll forget you and ignore you like you don't exist. And if you don't like the system, you're a communist. Does this have a familiar ring? Does it remind you of anything? I'm your cat who only lets you live because you clean out the cat box and for the food you bring. I'm your life and basically everything.
Ding.
Thank you very much. And now Carla will give us another one.
Well, this is also about someone who's being a bit selfish. And how it affects everyone, but more importantly, this bathroom involved. How that relates to your song, it doesn't. I just think it always makes a good song when there's a bathroom in it.
You're not required to link to mine. You're fine.
Oh, okay, good.
Steve wrote that song in a bathroom.
That's easy. I write all my songs in the bathroom.
All right. How does this go? All right. Well, Dad's on the bidet. So do not drop by. Yes, Dad's on the bidet. The tissues to apply. You say you need the bathroom. Believe me, I tried, but Dad's on the bidet. Don't drop by. Dinner's in the oven. You make tea and stuffing, green beans and potatoes, and some cornbread too. Well, you got a bevy of some trays that are heavy, and you want to serve the food, but Dad's on the bidet with a cup of chai. Yes, Dad's on the bidet with his phone on his thigh. By the time that he emerges, we'll be eating pie. Yes, Dad's on the bidet. Don't drop by. my stomach's bloating and my eyeballs are floating. We tried pleading and goading, but he's still in there. He yells, occupado, we need an act of God, oh, to extract him from his lair. Yes, Dad's on the bidet since 4:45. Yes, Dad's on the bidet. Life is passing him by. I changed this line, hang on. If you're hoping to get in there, turn off the Wi-Fi. Dad's on the bidet. Don't drop by, yeah, Dad's on the bidet. Ooh, Dad's on the bidet. Told me I'm serious. Dad's on the bidet. Turn off the Wi-Fi. Dad's on the bidet. Oh, hi, guys.
Yeah! That was fantastic.
Now, was that a world premiere?
It was. Both of those were world premieres.
Three world premieres on this show.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I can't believe
Wow.
it.
That was really, really funny.
That
Yay.
was really stunning. I'm going to put those up on YouTube.
All right. Wait,
And where can we
what?
find you, Carla, as if I didn't know?
CarlaU.com. And you know what? My new album is coming out March 1st. This is the last weekend of the crowdfunders pre-orders.
I ordered mine. You order yours, everybody.
It'll look like
Get
that.
out there.
It'll look
Right,
like
crowdfunders.
on it. It won't-
They do that at your website or somewhere else?
Yeah, just CarlaU.com. The link is on there for the crowdfunder.
Woo-hoo.
I'm telling
Yeah.
everyone in Facebook land to go now and get pre-orders
That was
because they're
fantastic.
going to run out.
It could happen.
Yeah.
They're going to run out of albums. There won't
totally
be any
could
more.
happen.
I'm going to run out of downloads.
That's right. They're gonna run out of downloads. For a limited time only, ladies and gentlemen. Carla Ulbrich songs will disappear. She's pulling them off Spotify. We know that. Doesn't like the
amazing.
doesn't like the Joe Rogan. So
Wow.
there you go. All right.
Thank you,
Yay,
Carla. That
Yay.
was fantastic.
Guys, thanks for having me.
Okay.
Excited. So okay.
Now,
Good job, Carla.
So wait, now you're doing the top 10 thing.
now we're going to do the top 10. But it's a special week. Before I do the top 10, there's a thing I have to explain before I do it, and I pre-recorded it. So we're going to go to the pre-recording, and then we'll do the top 10. So, Brad,
Okay.
take yourself out after I start.
I will.
this. Thanks, Live Steve. Hi, everybody. You know, I've got quite a few videos on YouTube, and some of them are me doing stand-up from years ago. And last Thursday, right after the virtual comedy show, I got an email from YouTube. They alert me whenever somebody posts a comment on video. And usually it's something nice. People are pretty nice. I've got a video that I put up there 12 years ago of me doing stand-up at the Ontario, California Improv 20 years ago. And somebody made a comment. But before I show you the comment, let me show you the video. Here's the video from 20 years ago.
It's just great to be here. I drove here from Los Angeles, which gave me plenty of time to think about how stupid everybody is. Everybody's so damn stupid. All I do is turn on the radio. Hey folks, Cal Worthington for Worthington, Chrysler, Jeep, Beagle, Plymouth, Dodge, Lincoln, Mercury, Nissan, Mercedes, Chevy, GM, Wolf, Pontiac, Deere, Cadillac, GMC, Honda, Acura, Toyota, Suzuki, Mitsubishi, Volvo, Audi, Mazda, BMW, Suzuki, Volkswagen, Subaru, Saturn, Porsche, South Florida. I'll show you a brand new 1991 Ford Fiesta. Load it! Airbag, AM/FM stereo can be yours for $2 down, 50 cents a month. That's for quality and a price you can afford. Price does not include tax, title insurance, spark plugs, dry shaft, left side body panels, dealer retains all rebates, and 35,000 months, 1200% APR, offering June 1948. So I got here, and that's the important.
Okay, wasn't that delightful? A couple things you might have noticed. First of all, I haven't changed at all. Second, here are the comments. Here's one from 9 years ago from my friend Maria. She said that was amazing. That was very nice. Here's one from somebody 11 years ago. LMAO, that's hilarious. That's great. Okay, but here's the one from just last week. 12 years ago and only 6 comments. Makes me think he deletes anything derogatory because he just isn't funny.
Molly Bubbles.
When a
Aw.
complete stranger tells a comedian that he just isn't funny, some things happen. Overreacting, perhaps. Okay, now it's time to prove that I'm funny to this person I don't know. Or probably prove that I'm not funny. It's the top 10 reasons I'm just not funny. Number 10. When I press my nose, it does this. Number 9. My head never explodes.
That's all of you.
Number 8. When I pull my right ear, it does this. Number 7. When I pull my left ear, it just does this. Sorry, it's 5G and Comcast will be coming by between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. tomorrow, and then it'll do this. Number 6. I like pie.
No!
Yay!
Number 4. I have a nut allergy.
Oh, no!
Oh my God.
Man. That was 5. Number 4. I don't try hard enough with the pipe wrench. Try harder. Try harder. Number 3. The nose thing again. Number 2, and this is my favorite. Every week, Brad says, "Don't be too funny."
Yes. Every week.
And the number 1 reason I'm just not funny, there aren't enough a-holes making mean comments on YouTube.
Steve gave it all this week, everybody. Come on.
Woo! Yes,
Gave
Steve.
every bit of it this week.
Commitment.
I can't believe it.
I've got to take all the saran wrap off of all of my equipment.
And you got one more view on that video from 12 years ago. So
Yeah.
everybody go comment on that video after this.
All right. I got to do some tidying up around
Yeah,
here.
I was going to say, Steve's going to, while Gwen is
Ice
on,
cream
Steve will be
change.
showering and changing clothes. So Gwen will bring him back up to speed from your set. So, okay, well, you get out, I'll get out, play it.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Thursday. Yeah.
It's
Gwen
Gwen,
Sunkel,
everybody.
everybody.
Hi!
Yeah,
What's up,
follow
everybody? I'm so glad to be here. Give it up for Steve.
Yeah.
Woo, Steve.
Boy, he's got egg on his face. Huh? You know, I read the other day that ingesting cannabis can help prevent people from getting COVID-19. Then a couple days later, I read an article that said that taking antidepressants can help lessen the severity of COVID-19. I was like, if they say that having an amazing rack prevents COVID-19, I'm going to be like the Wolverine of COVID. Like, never going to get this. In other news, I just found out I am the hottest girl at rehab, so that's great. It's like not even close. I ran out of my antidepressants the other day, so I just started drinking Johnson & Johnson's No More Tears.
Oh,
no.
They say it's just for babies, but like they don't card you or anything. The line. You can just buy it and like drink it in the parking lot, you know, like nobody's gonna check, you know, nobody ever checks on you. I call my boyfriend Stedman because he brings so little to the table that people assume I'm a lesbian.
No!
That's okay though, because he calls me Gail because mostly he just wants to sleep with my best friend. My boyfriend has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which people tell me all the time sounds made up. And it is. I don't have a boyfriend. I'm working on putting out a new country album. It's called If You Don't Drive Me to Drinking, I'll Walk. Speaking of drinking and driving, I am starting a anti-drunk driving organization for non-binary parents. It's called Others Against Drunk Driving. So far, not getting a lot of traction. Here in Indiana, they're trying to pass a bill, HB 1041, that would prohibit trans kids from participating in school sports. And I want to support trans kids and advocate against this bill, but like I just can't. Because I hate children's sports. Like an 18 to 13 basketball game. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Like call me when we can bet on them. Okay. All right. That's a joke. We're not gonna bet on the kids. So I started investing in glue futures recently. That's right. I bought a horse. Yeah. The other night I went to a Christian wine bar. I think they call it a blood bank.
Oh dear.
I had a sandwich there, and it had this really good sauce on it. And I told the waiter, I was like, I really like this aioli on this sandwich. And he said, actually, it's only aioli if it comes from the aioli region of France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling mayonnaise. I am polyamorous in that I love all of Pauly Shore's movies. Really good. Did you ever think about a world where Britney Spears is just as famous as she is now? Like no change in the trajectory of her life whatsoever, except that instead of being famous for pop music, it's because she's really good at close-up magic. I don't really have a joke for that, but I was thinking about it today and I was like, dang, that would be kind of cool. I got a new vibrator the other day and I swear it's going to be the little death of me. My grandma calls her pacemaker Sam Elliott because she says it really gets her heart going. And that is trtrue. I was buying drugs the other day, and I should say first and foremost that I only smoke marijuana medicinally. I don't enjoy it at all. This glaucoma is so bad. Oh, what am I gonna do? But I go over to my weed guy's house and he says, hey, I'm out of bags. Is that a problem? And I said, it sure is. It sure is. Because in order to be a drug dealer, you need exactly two things, right? Two things. You need drugs and you need bags. All right. And if you are out of even one of those things, you're what we call unemployed. So he takes my weed and puts it in an oven mitt. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? And he says, oh, well, I thought it would be okay because it's a pot holder. If you enjoyed any of those shows, I have a brand new comedy album coming out on February 25th. It's called No More Tears, and it will be available for download on all the usual platforms. I think Apple Music is what they call it these days.
Yeah.
It's always some vague Apple tune music thing, whatever they're calling it. But yeah, so please check it out. And my website is gwensunkel.com, and I'm on social media at Gwenderwoman. So like Wonder Woman, but Gwen instead of Wall.
Yay!
Let's recap. Let's recap. Your new album is called No More Tears.
Yes.
And you can get it anywhere.
Yes.
And when is that you can get again? When did you say?
February 25th.
February 25th. Everywhere you get. But if they want to truly buy this thing, can they just go to Amazon and actually buy it?
I mean, you can buy it from Apple Music. It's not going to be like a physical. There will not be
downloads. You can buy downloaads though, because
right.
I think some people still like to do that, especially a lot of the people that are here like to.
For sure, I had looked into it, and there was going to be a big delay. So
yeah, well,
sorry.
Again,
if you
brilliant.
Want me to put it on an 8-track and mail it to you,
I would like that.
Into my DMs.
Yes,
I can play it in the tractor.
Cassettes, if that's okay. Hey, so where are you going to be? Where are you working?
Oh, I am going to be in Alaska in April.
Where?
The Before You Die Comedy Festival in Anchorage. Very excited. Because they want you to go to Alaska before you die.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I will be at the White Rabbit Cabaret coming up on February 16th here in Indianapolis for Dear Diary.
Well, and you're going to be in my hometown for the people that listen to us from my hometown, which is Mishawaka, South Bend.
I was there last weekend.
Oh, you were there last weekend? Okay, folks. My big plug today was to go see Gwen in South Bend. Screw me. What do I know? It was last week.
So just get in your DeLorean and head back.
Head back, and you can go see her, or I'm sure there's tapes. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure, Brad, if you can get your cube up to 88 miles an hour, you can go see her.
That's true. I can go see her. But, I was hoping the family could go, but now they can't. Well, then I'm getting rid of her, because if we can't go see her in my hometown, she's out.
Bye, Gwen.
Okay. Yay! That was really joyous. That was joyous and darling. I would call that darling.
It was both, and funny and clever, and really, really good.
We have something else that's always darling. What's that?
That is Patti.
It's time for a Patti melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing ass says, she's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez Patti melt. Here she is for everyone right now.
Hi. I don't know how this is gonna go. I just came from a neighborhood meeting, and I maybe just whisper yelled at my congressman in the back of the room. So before we get into that, I have given up drinking for February. The biggest reason is because it's the shortest month of the year.
Yes.
So, but I mean, it really does say something when you're like, I should probably take a month off. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. If you have to go, I'm doing too much of that. And then, but the thing is, and you go, but I can start again. It's still problematic. The good news is they make something called cannabis cocktails, which is apparently, this segment will be brought to you by, it's called High Boy. Get it?
Oh God.
I know. It's only got 5. It's only got 5. It's only got Okay, so here's what happened. Many of you may know, I'm very involved in my community. I ran for office here, and I support a lot of organizations. I'm in neighborhood groups, partly because I want to be involved, and also so I can keep showing up and scare the crap out of the electeds that beat me. So, really, I mean, so I don't know if you're familiar with Congressman Quigley. It was not someone I ran against, but was important in the race. He endorsed the other candidates that I ran against, and he does a good job, I think. In office, he fights for all the right things, and he was telling us all about these great things he was doing for park districts and infrastructure, and then his phone kept going off, and he's like, "I'm just making sure it's not Russia." He literally said, "I'm just making sure it's not a Russian thing," and we were like, "Okay, I don't know if he's trying to make himself seem more important or like he's got the codes to something. It's fine." So at the end of the meeting, he opened it up for questions and answers and things like that, and there's somebody very involved in animal rescue and abuse toward animals. And it was a police officer, and he launched this whole thing about how they're trying to make sure that laws are stronger to protect animals. And Quigley went into a whole thing about, I'm known now as the animal guy in the house, and the bobcats, the abuse towards bobcats makes me cry. I can't watch those commercials in the middle of the night, about these animals that are being abused. And he was telling us a story about chickens in boxes with no light and food, and it is sad. I don't want to detract from anything he was talking about. So, for those of you a little bit of background, in Chicago, there was an investigation, and they found that over 40 years, there were dozens, if not hundreds of girls and women who were sexually assaulted, sexually abused, sexually harassed. And in September, now mind you, during the meeting, I pulled up my phone. I'm like, when did I email him about that? September. It's right there. So, so I stood up and I said, if you recall, and when I stood up, Quigley said, "Wow, you're everywhere." Yeah, I am.
And sober.
And sober. So
You're
I
Batman.
said, so I says to him, I says, if you recall, I was at the meeting in September, and I asked you what your thoughts were on the sexual abuse allegations in the park district, and you said you weren't familiar with it. So I sent you all the articles about it, and your team told me, "We'll get back to you." That was September. I saw you again in October. I didn't do this. I was okay. I make it seem like I'm being aggressive. That's just for you guys. I got up and I was like, I just wanted to know where you stood. I could have put on like a Laura Ingalls like bonnet, and then like with my braids, and just been a little girl and been like, "Do you remember?" So I was trying to be very polite, and I was not trying. I succeeded. And after spending 5 minutes crying about bobcats, dogs, puppies, and chickens in boxes, I asked him about the sexual abuse and harassment case that over 50 women have gone on the record, sat in a room with state's attorneys, with police officers, having to dredge up these horrible memories. You know what he said to me? "I'll get back to you on that." Puppies and kittens. And he talks about like threatening somebody at an airport for not transporting a dog very well. Woman, survivor, standing in front of him saying, where are you on this? Why have you not made a statement? Why are you not standing up for your constituents? And he goes, I'll get back to you on that. So then he points at his staffer and he goes, "Go ahead now," so the staffer follows me to the back of the room, and I'm in a mask. I'm whisper yelling at him. Quigley wraps up. He comes back, and now I'm whisper yelling at him. And people in the room told me all they could hear in the back was, "That's what I sound like when I'm angry. It's menacing cackles." Cheers, everybody.
So you had
I'll
a good
get back
set.
to you all.
You had a good set.
Yeah, woohoo.
You're getting all kinds of laughs at the back of the room. Well, they were all you, but still.
They're all me.
So, Patti, I have a question. What's your radio show going to be about tomorrow?
Well, and that's the thing. I have not. The woman that I ran against, and that's what I told him. I'm like, you put your face on those mailers calling me a disgusting extremist, and you help weaponize the trauma of rape survivors and domestic violence survivors. And he said, "I didn't know about that." And I was like, okay, you do now. You do now. How now? How about now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Go
didn't know
after
about
this
that.
gugive Go. Don't give up.
No,
No,
go.
they
I don't think-
you know.
I don't think you need to tell Patti not to give up.
Don't give
This
up.
is what I hear a lot in meetings. Oh God, she's back.
And she's not drinking. And she's not drinking.
And she's not drinking.
Now we're in real trouble because she's not drinking.
I like this. I like that. Gwen was obviously smoking a little bit. Patty's having a thing. I'm having an allergic reaction to whipped cream. This is a perfect night.
I'm enjoying Steve having to do this to show us what drinking and smoking looks like.
Shut up.
Very good. I'm also doing a little of this.
Hey, you want to make yourself useful, Brad? Show us your butt again. All right.
All right. Get rid of everybody.
I'm going to try to get rid of everybody. Okay, bye, Patty. You're awesome.
Thank you, Patty.
And now I'm going to get rid of me.
Call me sometime. Hi, everybody. I'm Brad Tassell. So I'm going to ask everybody a very serious thing, and that is please go to virtualcomedyshow.com, everybody Facebook, and click donate to the comedians because Patti is going to need a lot more money to buy pot drink. Not drinking alcohol right now, and pot drink is expensive, and it helps calm her down. And also, all the money Gwen's going to get that she can go towards more potholders. Yes. And Steve has to buy a new shirt because for this show he destroyed his shirt. So please, and Carla, she just likes money, right, Carla?
That's why she's in the biz.
That's right. And Steve needs something in his toilet when he writes his song because it's where it does most. So please, if you give a chance, I could use a few bucks, but if you give a chance, please go to virtualcomedyshow.com and go to donate to the comedians and give money to the show, and we'll all be a lot happier. Steve, isn't that right?
That is so right, Brad. You are so right.
I am so right. So, Steve, what else is going on in the world?
Well, now it's time for a segment, and I'm going to take you out, Brad, if that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're not going to do there's not an opening, a thing for this?
It's coming. I'm going to talk, then I'll do the thing, then I'll talk, then I'll do the thing.
Got it.
I got it all worked out. Don't worry about it. I'll be hitting myself in the face with more pastries, so you just relax.
Right. A nice custard. It
is time for the third installment of something we call When Did Gilbert Come In? And if you've been paying attention, we've done this twice now, and this is the third time. I find it funny when Gilbert Gottfried sings on his podcast. And when I shared it the first time, he was singing a duet with Kenny Loggins. They did Footloose. It was hysterical, and everybody laughed. And then last week, he did a duet with Sally Struthers singing the theme to All in the Family, and nobody laughed. So there's a lot of pressure this week. If this one doesn't make you guys laugh, this could be, and very well might be, the last installment of...
When did Gilbert come in? When did Gilbert come in?
In
Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast.
On a recent episode, the topic turned to the late actor Yaphet Kotto, pictured here, who you might remember from the movie Alien and the TV show Homicide. And, you know, he passed away last year, and he was very beloved, and we miss him. But, of course, when his name came up during the podcast, Gilbert's mind always goes to pointing out that he was Jewish. Gilbert just can't help himself when somebody's of the tribe like him and like me. Gilbert has to point it out. But this time it was extra special because he pointed it out in song. So see if you can figure out, when did Gilbert come in?
We're going to move on to one of Gilbert's favorite actors here.
It was this be Yaphet Kotto?
It would be Yaphet Kotto.
Yes, Yaphet
Yes.
Kotto was a Jew. E-I-E-I-O.
When did Gilbert come in?
Okay, I don't know if that was the last segment or not, but I had fun. Okay, good. And now it's time for the worst joke of the week with the intro music. Here it comes.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
So wait a minute. That thing you just did wasn't the worst joke of the week?
Oh. E-I-E-I-O.
All right. So Gilbert Gottfried, everybody. Hey, all right, here we go. More weird news for the worst joke of the week. And stay with me on this. Don't go early. Russian authorities asked French President Emmanuel Macron to take a PCR COVID test before meeting with Vladimir Putin to talk about the Ukraine. Macron refused because he had taken 2 tests before leaving France. So Putin made him sit 20 feet away across a really long table the entire time saying, "Where can't I invade? Where can't I invade?" Now, the French president feared why he wouldn't take the test with the Russian scientists, what they would do with his DNA. He said, "What kind of evil would come from Putin cloning the sexiest president in the world? Zoolander 3. Thursday.
Have a very merry Thursday. It's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursday.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the revelry. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with milkbone, spam, and pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry Thursday.